Welcome everybody to the Waco Warriors Live Warrior Cast. We're here in Mediapolis High School for a varsity wrestling quad with Pekin, L&M, and Mediapolis. Getting ready to do wrestler introductions and matchups here.
You got quite the intro here going.
Yeah. Well, Mediapolis has to, it's our home crowd, right?
Yep. Quite the theatrical appearance.
Yeah, it was pretty dark actually. You really couldn't see anybody.
Yeah, just shadowy figures keep kids up at night.
Now for the starting lineups for the boys.
You look around and we're not the only ones in headgear. You know, all the kids got their headsets on.
Yep. This is actually Waco's first team duel of the year. We were in New London last Saturday for their annual tournament.
Do you want to explain a little bit about how they're going to wrestle tonight, Jeremy?
Yep, I was going to actually do that when we got through the introductions here.
Yeah. A lot of kids to go through.
Yep.
L&M, Mediapolis, and Waco have about three-quarter full teams, so should have quite a few matches.
Yeah, there's actually some overflow at some weight classes for some of these teams, so we might see multiple kids.
Yeah, L&M just sent 3 out. Yeah, L&M's got 6 kids at 2 weights.
I'm going to try to refrain from yelling at my kid this season during wrestling matches. I'm going to try to keep it a little more professional.
That's all right. Everybody understands.
As I said last year, it's just hard to take the coach hat off sometimes.
At 138 for Mediapolis, Brady Gunn. And for Waco, Junior Quiros.
There was a Josh Gunn that was about my age in school. Wonder if Grady is.
That is his son.
There we go. Yeah.
Yep.
Full
He's
circle.
standing right down there with the Mediapolis coaching staff in the middle. He's got the black jacket on.
Yeah. I bet I haven't seen him since 98.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, he was a state qualifier himself, actually.
He was good. Yep. Yeah, good wrestler.
For L&M, Chris Day. And for Waco, Diamond Payton and Trey Edeker. At 160 for L&M, Will Hoops. For Pekin, David Brown. And for Waco, Loudon Izanga.
So we have 4 teams of girls and boys.
Yeah, I forgot. We are going to have some girls matches tonight, too.
Mediapolis isn't listed, so I don't know if they're.
I don't think they have any girls on their team.
It doesn't look like it.
No.
For Waco, Braden Stafford. At 182 for Mediapolis, Parker Lang.
Just looking at YouTube on my phone for the broadcast, and there is a whopping 4 people watching.
The loyal fans.
Yep. We had some gentlemen come up and ask us how to get to our channel for tonight. I believe it was an L&M fan. Our broadcast, obviously, we welcome anybody that wants to watch and loves wrestling. So
Waco has a unique broadcast. You know, some schools obviously have it, but where we have our sponsorships that cover the cost, and we're able to have this YouTube channel, and I think it's not completely unique. You know, some other schools have it, but it's quite the feature.
Yeah, Waco should be pretty proud of what we got going on here. Takes a lot of effort from a lot of different people, though.
Yep, Kalen Duvall and Paul Kissel have done a lot of work behind the scenes.
I agree with you very much. Kudos to them. for getting equipment and making this happen.
115 for L&M, Sasha Molnick-Snap and Allie Ziegler.
So I guess I can explain here. I don't.
And for Waco, Riley Rice.
So because we got 4 teams tonight and only 1 mat, to keep things moving and not have to take breaks in between team duels, apparently they're going to keep team scores separate from everything else because they're going to stick with weight classes. So I believe we're going to start at 132, and Mediapolis will have a match against L&M, and then they'll throw the 32-pounders out for Pekin and Waco. They're just going to keep doing that for every weight class. When that is over, then they're going to shuffle the teams, potentially do some girls matches in between to make sure we don't have to worry about that 45-minute time limit. And then they're going to shuffle the teams and do the same thing with the teams paired up differently. So a little bit different tonight. We're not going to actually wrestle out team duels at every weight class. They're going to kind of combine 2 duels just to keep things moving. So we'll let them finish up introductions here, and looks like the wrestlers will be ready to get started shortly after.
I'm surprised they didn't roll out 2 mats for this many kids.
Yeah, I've been to team duels like this where they have 2 mats and you end up taking breaks because one match might have, 5 or 6 forfeits or even more. And then that duel gets done. We're going to take a break here for the national anthem. Mike, I'm going to try to throw a little tidbit in here before we get started. This is the high school I graduated from. This is the gym that I wrestled in. And I look around and see a lot of the stuff is new here on the walls, paint and murals, graphic art, things like that. But the one thing that always stands out to me is this is Vernon Bud McLaurin's court. Legendary coach for Mediapolis in 6-on-6 women's basketball. This was his court, and for a long time, his teams dominated girls 6-on-6 basketball, and I remember him because he lived across the street from me, so he was an awesome neighbor. Not only an awesome neighbor, but he was also my geometry teacher.
There you go.
So
my buddy Jared Fletcher's mom, Ann Wilson, played on one of those teams, I think in '72.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Legendary teams.
I don't even remember how many state tournament appearances they had, but we could go out to the trophy case and see how many state championships and runners-up trophies are out there. I think there's a few anyway.
Yeah, I think they had this corner of the state covered.
Yeah.
With girls basketball.
For sure.
They say that was exciting to watch, the 6-on-6. You know?
Yeah, it was just a different game.
Yeah,
Totally different game. And I've checked it out before. If you go to the the Girls Athletic Union website, I believe they have archive videos of the old 6-on-6 state tournament games that you can watch. I've checked a few of them out just to see. A lot of them are in black and white. Or some of them. Most of them, I should say, maybe. But, yeah.
Cool part of the state's history.
Yeah. All right. So we heard that we're going to start out here at 1:32. Looks like we are probably going to have a match here for between Mediapolis and L&M. Waco and Pekin have this weight class open, so that'll probably be a double forfeit. I'm pretty sure Waco doesn't have anybody they can throw out there.
Yeah, I don't think we're way too light, and I don't think we can bump John up.
We got 106, 113, 120. Oh, we're out. We're not. We're open at 120. McLaughlin's trying to get to 120. He might be there in the next week or so, but right now he weighed in for 126. So
I think Gage is pretty close to 106 also.
Yeah.
I think he's a couple pounds heavy.
Yep, that's kind of where John was 133 late in football. He's taken off that first 10 pounds pretty quickly, but these last 3 pounds, it's been a little bit of a struggle for him.
Yep, lose the water weight, and now you got to get rid of some body mass.
Yep, exactly. We do have actually 2 guys at 106 potentially. I think Preston Nichols, when Gage gets down to 106, if that's where he's going, Preston will probably have to bump up to 113. And there may be some situations where, if Preston's light enough, maybe he wrestles 106, bump Gage up to 13 just to get some points on the board.
Play the game.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on what order the weight classes come in for Waco, I guess.
You look at Gage, it looks like he doesn't have another 2 pounds to lose.
Exactly. Yep. John either, really.
Yeah.
There's not much body fat left there.
Yeah. Well, after the cheeks get thin and lose your love handles.
Yeah, and neither one of them had those to start with, really.
Yeah.
But you got to get to where you're going to be most effective.
Yep.
So, and then evaluate for the postseason, see where everybody's running to, go from there.
Looks like the refs are getting set here.
And just so our audience knows, for your non-Waco members, we probably won't call any matches that aren't Waco matches unless something exciting happens or something like that. And we're off. Well, we gained 2 followers.
There we go.
We're up to 6.
That's fine. It's fine with me.
And if anybody has my phone number, if there's any issues or anything that you notice during the broadcast, feel free to drop me a text and let me know if there's something we can do better, if the audio delay isn't right or something like that. Don't be afraid to let me know.
We should announce ourselves. I'm Mike Miller, and you're Jeremy McLaughlin.
Good point, Mike.
They could be
Good
calling
point.
lots of people.
Yep, that's absolutely right.
Somebody that gets mistaken and gets some pointers that ill-advised.
But I did do this last year, and lots of people have told me I have a pretty recognizable voice, so I'm not sure I could be mistaken for very many people, really. But
we're kind of like the Manning cast, while L&M and Mediapolis. I mean, we could interview Eric Davis right here. Do you watch the Manning cast on ESPN2?
No,
that's
I don't.
Awesome.
I'm very unfamiliar with that.
So Peyton and Eli Manning have the game going on, like what we're doing. But
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so Monday Night Football's going on, and they talk about every 4th play. Mostly just the pass plays. They seem to talk through the running plays.
And I'm sure, being brothers, it's probably a lot of banter too.
It is quite funny. One cool thing is they have guests on every quarter, and it's pretty random. I mean, they've had everybody from, the country music singers. They had Obama on one time when Chicago was playing, so they had a former president. They had the Saints were playing last Monday, so they had Robin Roberts from Good Morning America on. Anybody that has ties to the city that they're playing. Quite entertaining.
We missed it, but there was a double forfeit. Pekin and Waco at 132. 138, Grady Gunn just came out for Mediapolis and took a forfeit. And it looks like Junior Kiros is most likely going to take a forfeit for Waco at 138. Yep, there it is.
So next we'll probably have Jesse Rayner and Levi Bachman at 145.
Nope, it's Mediapolis and L&M. So for Mediapolis, it'll be Peyton or Mason Johnson at 145 against Jesse Rayner from L&M.
Okay.
So it looks like we're going to have our second match of the night here. Nope, we're playing the weight class
playing the games. Here we go.
I don't know which Johnson that was, but he's took a forfeit, and Levi's going to take a forfeit here at 145 for Waco.
Lots of confusion tonight.
Yep, it's still early in the season.
Yep. We got some first-time wrestlers, second-time wrestlers, kind of a new process for them.
Yep.
A lot of, girl wrestling, huge jump in numbers between last year and this year, from what I've heard. Or 2 years ago, 2 years to last year.
Yeah, I think the girls team had four girls wrestling last year, and I didn't get a count for this year, but I know it's at least 6, if not 7 or 8. If I get a chance, maybe I will try to see if I can catch a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I see 5 that are obvious. 6. I count 6, what I can see. Tigran out with a forfeit at 152 for Waco. 160, Will Hoops for L&M will most likely take a forfeit.
How many first-year wrestlers does Waco have this year? It seemed like
true first-year wrestlers or first-year high school wrestlers?
First-year high school. Trey
Edeker.
Yep.
He's a first-year wrestler, period. Actually, they put some, it looks like they moved somebody up to wrestle. Well, hang on a second. Yeah, this is 160. Looks like L&M. Will Hoops, Mediapolis, bumped up Crow or Gerst to wrestle this weight. Sorry, Trey Edeker, first-year wrestler. Obviously, Tigran being our foreign exchange student. He's never wrestled before.
Where'd he come from?
Oh, gosh. You had to ask.
We know Odie is from Ukraine.
Yes.
So at least we know one of our foreign exchange students.
Oh, gosh. I can't think. Armenia, I believe.
Okay.
Armenia.
That one doesn't roll off the tongue easily.
Nope. So Tigran, Trey Edeker are true first-year wrestlers. Levi Bachman is a freshman, as well as Preston Nichols, both first-year high school wrestlers. Drew Deers in his second year.
Yep. Jonathan Heather.
Jonathan Heather, no, he wrestled quite a bit of youth wrestling.
Okay.
And he hasn't. Jonathan's really got his weight down this year. I'm not sure.
He had a good football season.
Yes, he did. A very good football season. But no, John's got some experience. Obviously, Junior, Gage, John, all those guys with experience.
Yep.
Drew has wrestled. He has some experience, but realistically, this is Drew's second year. Too bad he couldn't get him in the room a little sooner, but he had a pretty decent year last year, being on the mat for the first time in a pretty long time.
He's an athletic kid, and he's going to lose the matches that he is
that he's supposed to lose.
That he's supposed to lose.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I mean, there's some that are just sometimes you just outkick your coverage.
But he's not lacking in strength, so he can make up for a little bit of inexperience with that.
Yep.
And that I know from watching him last year, he took advantage of that in some of the matches that he was allowed to.
When I wrestled with him a little bit Tuesday, I couldn't tell if I was grabbing his thigh or his waist.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
My goodness.
Yeah. Looking at the crowd, the Waco wrestling crowd down there, trying to figure out if there's anybody I missed. Braden Stafford, around 160. He's, I believe, his second year wrestling. I'm not sure if he had any experience prior to coming to Waco or not. I don't know much about Braden, really.
He helped with Pee Wee on Tuesday night.
Well, that was nice of him.
Volunteered to.
Great.
Him and his little brother kind of jumped through their hats.
Oh, yeah, his little brother's in junior high. He's not a bad little wrestler. I watched him at the Waco junior high meet a few weeks ago.
When I was trying to talk him into coming into the room for Pee Wee's, I was like, you can get some silver cord hours, right, guys? And they're like, oh, yeah, cool, yeah. And then his little brother, the junior high kid, he's like, can I get silver cord hours too? I said, I don't know, bro.
No.
I don't know how that works. But
in fact, I think you have to be a sophomore to start getting those hours.
Well, good practice anyway.
I thought they gave them to anybody in high school, but I'm not sure freshmen can get silver cord hours. I could be completely wrong. That's just what I remember hearing.
This is a good match here, back and forth.
Yeah, currently it's 15-2, Mediapolis, 15-3. He conceded the escape.
He had some good back points there.
Yep, he's L&M wrestler's been on his back quite a bit, actually.
Yep. Backing up a decent amount here.
Yeah.
Good defense.
I think he'd be all right in that position to wrestle out of it if he could have got to that ankle a little bit sooner. He just reached for it a little bit late, and it was gone.
We're at 160.
Yep, 160. Looks like Housing Gay's ready to go over there in the corner. We'll see if Pekin's going to throw anybody out there or not.
Yeah, they've got a Gavin Brown. But we'll see if we'll see if they bump everybody up or what they do.
All right, this match is going to finish in a tech fall with 0.4 seconds left in the second period.
Let's see what we got here.
I think we're going to have our first Waco match that we actually get to wrestle.
Yeah, here comes Loudon. Good.
Yep, Housing Gay.
Good guy to send out first for us.
Yeah.
Loudon
Exactly.
had an excellent football season also.
Oh, tremendous football season. He's just a natural athlete. That kid can do anything. I was talking to Jay Coble the other night at the basketball game, and he actually got Loudon to play basketball for 2 years when he coaching junior high basketball, and he tried his best to keep him on the basketball team, but the Housing Gay family doesn't really play basketball.
They would not let that happen.
And he told me the other night, he said one of the best basketball players in that sophomore class is in the wrestling room. So that tells you what kind of athlete at Loudon
also,
is.
I mean, what nice class he just showed, in restraint by not pile driving that, his opponent into the
into
court.
the hardwood floor.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
kept him from falling, and just he's a class act. You know?
Yep, I agree.
He's the type of kid that you just want on your team, any team that you have. You know?
Yep. He's going to perform. He's going to put team points on the board. You know that. State qualifier as a freshman, actually won a match. I wasn't able to watch it. I wasn't there. Yeah, good scramble. Peking wrestler tried to hit a switch real quick from the stand-up position. Loudon was having nothing to do with that.
Exciting, though.
But I was, won a match at the state tournament as a freshman. Actually beat another ranked wrestler. I'm pretty sure he knocked off a pretty highly ranked guy to advance, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong again, too, but yeah, he wrestled pretty well for a freshman at the state tournament.
For sure.
At 145 pounds.
Yeah, that's such a tough class.
Yep.
A lot of seniors can get down to it yet.
Well, anytime you get 138 and above, you're pretty much always dealing with upperclassmen. So anybody as a freshman, sophomore, or even just freshman wrestling 145 or above, it's going to be a tough season. And Loudon stepped up to the plate and made it happen.
Pekin wrestler is doing an excellent job of keeping his shoulders off the mat. I don't know how. I mean, amazing job of fighting.
Yeah, I thought Loudon needed to step out to the side there and get his arm off the mat, and his shoulder probably would have fell. But
we'll see how they start the second here. 5-0.
5-0 Housingate.
Yeah. For all that excitement, you'd think we'd have a few more points on the scoreboard. Out of our listeners, some of his older brothers might be listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We're giving them the opportunity.
Yeah.
Looks like it was Housingate's choice. He chose down. Good stand up.
7-0. Oh, I'm sorry, 6-0. One thing when I watch Loudon play sports or wrestle, it seems like he's calm. It seems like he's relaxed, at all times.
He's been wrestling a really long time, Mike, since kindergarten, preschool. And that's one of the things that I think experience brings to the mat with you, is that composure and being able to handle situations, without getting into a panic and making a mistake.
For sure.
And Loudon's composure is something that a lot of younger wrestlers could actually watch and learn from. He's pretty solid fundamentally.
For sure.
It's another point I'd like to make. He's just always in good position all the time. With that escape, it is now 10-2 Housingate.
There's a shot from Pekin.
Shot from just a little bit too far out, I think. Out of bounds, no point scored. I should actually give you some kudos. Mike has kind of agreed to do as many matches with me this season as possible, so it'll be nice not to have to do this Warrior Cast by myself.
There's a lot to set up.
Yeah. We did get some newer equipment this year, so we're not having the issues that I had last year during the Warrior Cast with some wrestling events that never did happen. But, the equipment, that's kudos to Kissel and Duvall for getting all this set up, making sure it works right.
Nice little single there by Loudon.
He's got that arm bar. He lost it. He's still got the arm, got a chicken wing. Looking for the far wrist.
6 seconds. 4, 3.
That's
12-2
at the end of the second period.
I don't think the Pekin wrestler liked the way his shoulder got cranked there. So that was this is Loudon's choice, and so Pekin wrestler must have chose up.
No, he chose down. I think Loudon conceded the escape there before the whistles, before they started.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's something that happened a few years ago. You're allowed to concede the escape before before they blow the whistle, and just give them a point if you'd rather wrestle on your feet.
Instead of just doing the optional start.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it gives you the opportunity. If you're strong on your feet, give them 1 point. Wrestle where you're comfortable rather than potentially giving up a reversal or even near fall points, after that reversal, getting in a bad position. So looks like he's going to concede it again. 14-4 now, Hausengay.
Got plenty of time left in the third. Minute 20.
This is a kind of score. He seems to be pretty comfortable with takedowns here. I'm sure he's looking for a tech fall.
Yep. Yeah,
nice scramble.
He's winning the scrambles.
Yeah, he ended up on top. It's always a good thing in wrestling. If you can end up on top with your head up, you're going to win a lot of those scrambles. Just under 1 minute left in this match, and they go out of bounds. Still 14-4.
Need another takedown.
Normally on a regular, matchup, head-to-head duel, we would have a team score on the scoreboard, but it's impossible. I forgot to keep it on paper, but we have no idea what the Waco Pekin team score is right now, because they're just kind of doing a combined aggregate score on the scoreboard, which to me seems kind of silly, but scoreboard operator may not know any different.
One thing I'll say about the Waco wrestling team, they went so deep in the playoffs for football that it'd be so hard to have your wrestling cardio down,
Yes, I agree.
Wrestling a 6-minute match now, and Loudon actually looks, a little gassed, but football running and wrestling in shape for wrestling it's just a different animal.
Yeah, I was going to make that same comment. Wrestling conditioning at practice is not the same. Well, that's the end of the match for Hausengay. Waco wins 14-4. It's a good start.
We should give a shout out to our wrestling coaches there. Seth Hughes, how many years is Seth at the head?
4 or 5. Can't tell you exactly.
He's doing a good job at coaching, and he is my son's favorite teacher.
Yeah, so he's pretty awesome in general.
Yep. Gil Martinez.
Yep,
and
his
Zahner.
assistant, Gil Martinez. I believe the two of them were teammates at Columbus in the early 2000s. Pugh was a state place winner, I believe, in 05, possibly 04, and won a state championship in 2006.
Gil is such a huge asset for Pugh being the size that he is.
Yes. Gil usually goes with the big guys at practice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Yep.
What a huge asset to have. And then Zane Morrow.
Yeah.
Loyal fan of Waco wrestling.
Loyal's kind of an understatement, actually.
Yeah.
Zane
Sure.
is
He
always in the room. He's always mat side, always providing encouragement for everybody before they go out on the mat. And I've heard him. He's also not afraid to yell at him if he has to.
Yep.
But, yeah, passionate, very passionate.
And Skylar
Sterna.
Sterna is our newest addition to the team. He's the head women's or girls program.
Yep, Skylar was actually the head coach for a year in 2020. Actually, the COVID year, everybody calls it. But Skylar was the head coach in 2020, and when several kids were freshmen on this team or even 8th graders. And then last year, Pugh took a hiatus in 2020, came back in 2021. Skylar took over the girls program at that time. So he's still part of the Waco coaching staff, runs Goldfinch Wrestling Club in Washington. So he's a busy guy during wrestling season. Braden Stafford currently on the mat right now against Logan Baker at 170 pounds. It's currently 2-0 Baker.
He's fighting from the bottom.
Stafford on the bottom looking to try to get out here.
Looks like Pekin wrestler's got a crossface.
Cradle. Crossface cradle. That's not good.
Nope.
I will point out this is not Braden's weight class. He's a 160-pound wrestler, but they bumped him up probably to get him some matches tonight, which is great. He needs everybody needs the experience.
Yep, get some mat time.
And yeah, Stafford loses by fall at 170 pounds. Going to 182, we got Parker Stender from L&M is going to take a forfeit at 82. And for Waco, we will have Noah Rich. He will take on Blake Jewell from Pekin.
I was going to correct you that it's Parker Lang, but I was looking under the Mediapolis.
Yeah,
so
two Parkers.
Two Parkers at 182.
Interesting.
Yeah, who would have thunk?
And only one of them came to the mat.
Yeah. We got Noah Rich.
Yep. They're checking in at the score table. This will be I believe Noah Rich's first competitive wrestling match ever, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, glad to have him.
Yeah, he's the one I missed. First-year wrestler. Senior, decided to try wrestling just to see what it was like. Be with his friends in the room. We're glad to have him. This is not necessarily an opponent I would have picked for him for his first match.
Yep.
Jewell's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's been wrestling quite a while.
Yep, agreed.
But Noah did a good job there.
Yeah. Ooh. Tried to get to a leg and a reshot on a double. Good takedown, actually, by Jewell on that reshot.
I keep seeing things on with Pekin singlets that the black and white, makes it look like your vision is bad.
Yeah, they have a pattern on them.
Let go.
Oh, yeah, let go of the head. I must have missed something. The ref called a reversal before.
It was quite the little scramble.
Okay. He must have given Noah a reversal right before that. I was looking at the paper and missed that action and looked up at the scoreboard. It was 6-2 already. Like, wow.
Noah still got his leg band. Well, not too many people win their first varsity match. So it's not a knock on him,
No, not at all. And like I said, Jewell's a tough competitor. He's been around a long time, so.
For sure.
195.
Ryan.
I wonder if this isn't Parker Lang that bumped up for Mediapolis. No, that's not it either.
Josh
Glendenning. Looks like Glendenning might go up to 220 for this duel. This might actually be Lang and Stender that bumped up. I'm not sure. Interesting. It's hard to keep track of them when you don't know who they are for sure.
Is wild. Yep, first time seeing a lot of these kids. Crowd kind of came alive all of a sudden.
Yeah. That was a nice takedown there. If Finally got around behind, and we're up to 9 viewers, Mike.
Here we go.
Got 9 viewers.
Need one more. Gotta get to double digits.
We actually have a Waco State champion, Eric Davis, sitting right in front of us.
I know, yeah.
Tonight, I don't think you can see the back of his head in the view, but if we do get a break in the action here tonight, I might have Mike interview him. I'm sure Mike knows a little bit more about Eric than I do, so
yeah,
maybe we can see if we can get a headset on him and do an interview.
We have quite our paths have intertwined quite a bit. So he married one of my best friend's little sisters. His older sister was in my class. Like, we know each other. Good dude. What do we have here? Start of the second period.
Yeah, I guess we could probably help out our non-Waco viewers and at least give them an updated score from time to time, couldn't we?
Try to.
It's currently 3-2 Mediapolis in this match. We will call them by name if we know who they are, but right now, neither one of us know anybody on the mat right now. So currently 3-2 Mediapolis in this match. Now it's 4-2 with the escape. Just to fill in some time, our referee is currently in this match is Marty Hills, a longtime veteran of wrestling and officiating. And then you can probably see him sitting over by the scoreboard would be the legendary Dan Cummings, Hall of Fame head coach from Mediapolis here. So he took his coaching career and turned it into an officiating career.
We're also in the home country of the Pin Doctors on Facebook.
Josh Swafford.
Yeah.
He's a cousin of mine.
I know,
I was kind of hoping
he could be among us.
He might be here. I would do an interview with Josh, but I don't see him around. I'd be surprised if he was actually sitting in the bleachers and not maybe standing with the team or the coaching staff. And I don't see him over there with the Mediapolis group, so he might not even be here. But I'll keep checking, see if I can find him in the crowd.
Have to shoot him a text. Tell him he's got an open invitation.
I've got him on Facebook Messenger, but I don't think I have his phone number.
He does a heck of a job with that.
He does.
I mean, I can't imagine the time it takes to write those bios.
And the research. And
yeah, he loves wrestling. Totally geeks out on it for the articles.
So if we can do anything here tonight without talking to Josh, I would say we plug the Pin Doctors for him. It's an awesome site.
On Facebook.
Facebook page. I'm not sure. I think he might. Does he have a website too?
I would think so.
Probably Instagram if you researched, but fabulous website. Always posting on a daily basis with new, interesting information. He is all about promoting the sport and talking about the people today that are wrestling and yesterday's wrestlers that have done such a great job wrestling, had success, promoting the sport. That is what Josh is all about, and the Pin Doctors was his way of doing that. So
I get a kick out of when he'll post the 2A state finalists for 1967.
Yes.
And he'll have a nice little, quick little summary of where they came from and just random facts.
Where they came from, stats about their seasons maybe, or career stats, or You know, my favorite one that I've read before is when he talks about groups of wrestlers that unfortunately ended up in like the same district or the same sectional, and only 2 guys maybe out of 4 ranked wrestlers were able to advance, or, you know, things like that. That's just interesting stuff that takes a ton of time to research that, and you're right, he does a fabulous job.
He did a cool bio on a wrestler from Mediapolis. You know, being from Mediapolis, I'm sure he knows more about him. But something about this kid was a heck of a wrestler as a freshman, and then as a sophomore, these peewee wrestlers that basically, you know, just straight hammers came of age, and he basically just lost his starting spot to underclassmen, and, you know, stuck out with wrestling, but then basically quit. I think he went to the Marines and ended up being on the military team and trained full time, and he just became a Marine wrestler, it could be Army, but
is it Jamie Cummings by chance?
I don't
remember who it was.
No, I don't remember. It was
Jamie is the oldest son of Dan Cummings, the Hall of Fame coach, and he left, graduated from Mediapolis, and went and wrestled for the Naval Academy.
Okay, could be.
So
it was a wild tale though, because, you know, here I don't know if he was a state qualifier or just, you know, just a good solid wrestler, and then next thing you know, he just lost his spot, and, you know, graduated as a senior on the JV team because he couldn't beat the kid in the room.
Well, that wasn't Jamie, so it must have been somebody different.
Yeah.
Glenn Denning just came out on the mat to take a forfeit for Mediapolis. Drew Deers going to take a forfeit for Waco. And actually, I didn't have a chance to mention it because we were talking about some other stuff, but I think Drew is actually going to end up with 3 forfeits tonight. He came out on the mat and no one else followed him out there unless they bump somebody up to wrestle him at 220. Could potentially be Glenn Denning when we face Mediapolis. But no one else came out on the mat to match up with Drew, so he might have a long night.
Yeah. So he has a long couple days ahead of him, because so Drew, if anybody listening doesn't know, Drew is my nephew, so his mom and I are brother and sister, and I talked with her a week or 2 ago, and we were just kind of catching up, you know, talking about different things. And so tonight, Drew wrestles here. Then they're going to get in the car and drive as far as they can tonight, and then get up in the morning and drive to Sioux City, because Drew got a scholarship, or got
an offer
from a college around Sioux City. I don't remember what school it was. And so then they're going to do that little powwow, and then they're going to drive back and go straight to Tri-County for the wrestling meet. So
they're going to come to Tri-County from Sioux City.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I know. And when I heard that, I said, does he even like the college? And, you know, she's like, well, they offered, so we got to go, and, you know, we got to do the powwow. And then my next response was, I think I would call Neil Reichenbach and ask him what it would take to fly me to Sioux City.
And they probably have to weigh in at 8 o'clock on Saturday, too, at Tri-County. So it's going to be an early morning for them.
Wild couple days.
So we just had a couple forfeits here. Mediapolis L&M took a forfeit. Samo took a forfeit for Waco at 1:06. Looks like Preston Nichols is going to come to the mat for Waco at 1:13. And I believe, yes, Pekin is open at 1:13, so there will be a forfeit for Preston Nichols at 1:13. Going to 1:20, Mediapolis has Grant Kennedy, and it looks like L&M is sending out Skylar Beck. Go ahead, Mike. Were you going to say something?
Not serious, but I was
Okay.
going to say that when I think of my sister driving that far and then getting up and then driving and then doing a thing and then driving and then spending the night and driving, I was thinking it sounds like the beginning of plane, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
You know, how can this possibly go right?
Or how can we make this as difficult as possible?
Exactly. Yeah.
But you can't deny him a college visit if
Yeah,
he's got to, you got to go look, right?
Yep. I guess they want him to play linebacker.
That's a good thing. Beck, I have some history on Beck. He's wrestled McLaughlin each of the last 2 years. They seem to be stuck in the same weight class, and they've met a lot. So they were both at 113 last year and at 106 the year before. So they're each just kind of bumping one weight class a year, but John's not down to 120 yet, so they will not see each other tonight unless they bump back up to 126. Because I could see that happening. We're vacant at 120, so they could bump Skyler up to 126 to wrestle McLaughlin. When we get to that duel, I guess. Pretty decent scramble here. Someone trying to get a takedown. Looks like it's Mediapolis. 2-0. 30 seconds left in the first period.
It's quite the whizzer battle there.
Yes, it was.
I can't imagine your shoulder feels good after having a whizzer. 30 seconds maybe. That was just a back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Little break in the action with just about 7 seconds left in the first.
A lot of action.
Still 2-0 Mediapolis. Actually, Kennedy. I know his name this time. Kennedy. Well, I'm pretty sure I know his name. Yeah, Grant Kennedy. 2-0 at the end of the first. I didn't see the coin flip, but looks like Kennedy might have chosen bottom on that. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
It's hard to tell when they have the option to defer who actually got the choice, but I guess it really doesn't matter in the long run, right?
Yep. Just a game within a game.
Yep. Oh, I hope that works out for him, because that is not fundamentally good to reach back for the head.
Yeah.
But he made it.
Yeah.
Made it work.
And
Beck should have hooked that leg a little bit harder on the opposite side. That may not have even happened, but
when it works one time and then you're screaming at them from the sidelines, don't reach for the head.
Yep.
Don't reach for the head.
Yeah.
And then in their mind, they're thinking, worked last time.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you know?
No, fundamentally, that's just not something good to do, but he got away with it that time. About a minute left in the second, 4-0 Kennedy. And he is currently on top, working on a pinning combination here. He's got a headlock with the arm in. I'm just not sure he knows what to do with it right here. Beck's going to slip out the back door is what's going to happen. And he gave him the reversal, 4-2 Kennedy.
So he's almost got his head free.
He needs to step out and throw a half on that. Step out. Beck is who I'm referring. There he goes. Got his head out.
We're up to 14 viewers.
4?
14.
Oh, 14. Nice.
Yep. We hit the double digits.
Good job.
Yeah.
They must have. People must want to listen to what you have to say. I'm sure they're not tuning in to listen to me. 4-2 Kennedy at the end of the second.
So after this guys match, they'll let the girls wrestle and kind of do the same thing, maybe?
Well, it was hard for me to decipher what the coach. I talked to the Mediapolis head coach. He explained it to me. Somewhat like they were gonna maybe put some girls matches in between, or they were gonna, depending on the number of matches they had, they were gonna maybe try to sprinkle them in here and there. But they're just trying to do what they can with four teams, girls and boys, and one mat to try to get us in and out of here as quickly as possible. So
that's a wild idea.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Would have been so much easier just putting out 2 mats, but it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Just,
At least the wrestlers get center stage. You know, there isn't
everybody's
people watching multiple matches. So, but it's fun to watch a true team duel where the team score on the scoreboard actually reflects what's happening, and you can. You know, McLaughlin's going to come out for the last match of this duel, and we have no idea what the team score is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, what are you wrestling for other than yourself if you don't know what the score is, really?
That definitely just seems, has a tournament vibe to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
The gym comes alive when the Mediapolis wrestlers are on.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mediapolis fans here.
Yep, a lot of orange.
Waco always travels really well
Yeah.
for sports, and
Yeah, they
obviously my family, for being from Mediapolis, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 just from my family. My mom and dad, my couple of my aunts, uncles, cousins. So John's probably got just as much of a fan club as anybody does here tonight.
You got your cousin on the other side?
Yep, I counted them.
Okay,
yep.
okay.
So final score is 6-3, Kennedy over Beck.
So here comes
Going to 126. It's gonna be McLaughlin. It looks like Griner from Pekin.
Okay, yep.
They have met before.
A lot of grinders that way.
Yeah. He has an older brother, but he's not listed on the roster tonight. I wonder if he's
I wonder if they're bumping.
still
Are they
interesting.
bumping John up?
Well, Pekin. That's interesting. Weird. I can't keep track.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Unless the weight classes are wrong on the scoreboard, but they can't. They can't
No.
be.
Could have been 120.
Oh,
Maybe that was Zach.
yes,
Zach
you're
Dowd.
right. That was the Pekin took a forfeit at 120. Yep,
Okay, yep.
we're on track. This is 126.
So that wasn't Gannon.
No,
Yep.
Gannon's over there with his headgear on.
Yep. Now we're laser straight,
Yeah, I got myself messed up there for a second.
which is hard to follow.
It is, with 2 duels going on at the same time. It's just a little hard to keep track. But
Also, they don't start at the traditional lowest weight. Like, there's a lot of variables tonight.
yeah, and typically starting at 106 isn't super common. They're actually supposed to draw
Okay.
for the starting weight class. And I think they probably looked at the matchups, looked at the forfeits, and just figured out which weight class they maybe wanted, maybe
Where they
with a
wanna
coaches meeting or something, just to keep from having too many breaks.
Looking for a pinning combination.
Yeah.
There it is.
That was, I believe, Glenn Denning, the younger Glenn Denning, with a fall at 126. Nope, that was Braxton Davis. My bad, Braxton Davis. All right, 126, McLaughlin and Greiner from Pekin. Think John's ready to go tonight?
Yeah.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, we'll see. Greiner is showing off a meticulously groomed mullet.
Yep.
I don't know
I think
how
he started working on that several years
I
ago.
think so. I don't know how that could be comfortable on your collar.
There's 2 takedown for McLaughlin. And a reversal right to his back.
That was an
No near fall there.
odd approach.
Yeah, he just got his hips up and hipped over him, bumped his hips and got him out of position, and then hipped over and ended up with the reversal. 2-2 currently. John's got to fight that. Don't go over. Out of bounds. 1:13 left in the first. Right to his feet was McLaughlin, looking for an escape here. He gets driven back down and tries a Granby roll right to his back.
Just didn't have the arm cleared.
He's got a whole minute to fight here. He's got to fight this off.
There we go.
Oh, there he goes.
Good job.
Nice little hip heist. He's got to do that again.
Yep.
Just stay off the mat here. Get your elbow on the mat. There you go.
Good
With
fight,
that
John.
near fall, it's 5-2 Greiner. 30 seconds or so left in the first. He's got to quit giving up that wrist.
Got to work his way up here.
Yeah, he's giving up a half in the far wrist there. He's got to peel that off somehow, do something with it. And he's going over. Saved by the bell,
Yeah.
no near fall. I don't know. Oh, 2 near fall. 7-2 Greiner. McLaughlin's choice, and he defers. Greiner's going to go down. 7-2. Greiner start the second period.
Time for some tough riding here, John. Went right to the ankle.
Looking for a cradle. He's got it. He's got to bail on that when it's not there. Roll through, roll through.
Had his leg cranked over
Yeah. Potentially dangerous.
there. Yeah. Greiner's scrappy.
Yep.
Keep him broke down.
McLaughlin here with the spiral. See that little hip?
Yep.
That little hip.
Yeah.
He's got to defend that a lot better. 9-2 Greiner, a minute and a half left in the second. He's got a chicken wing right away. Looking for the far wrist. Well, McLaughlin got out of the chicken wing. He's
Working a half in, looks like.
yeah, far wrist and a half again. He's got an elbow down on that half. Yeah, you don't want to be on your belly here. There he goes.
Good job, John.
He pulled a Greiner on that one.
Yeah.
9-4, just under a minute left in
Get
the
tough on top.
second. Yeah, he's got to be tough here.
Got that
Get him broke
deep
flat
waist.
and start working something.
Had a real deep
Oh,
waist
he's got
there,
a
looking
cradle
for a
locked
cradle.
up. He's stepped up here. There it is.
There you go.
Bail out, bail
Knee in-
out.
knee
It's
in the
not
side.
there. He looks like he should be having some near fall there. There it is. He needs to belly down and get that shoulder closer to the mat. He's got two. Yeah, got two near fall and still counting. Don't hang your head. He's reaching for that.
Oh, no.
The end of the second, it's going to be 11-6 Griner. McLaughlin's choice.
Pew saying go up.
Pew's telling him to take the top position. He ended up with near fall at the end there too. It's 13-6.
It's a wild match here.
Yeah.
Griner keeps reaching back for that head.
Yep. If your head's not hanging, he's going to look to bump your hips here is what it looks like. But
Cradle.
yep.
Got it again.
Took it suicide. He's got to step up and pull it back. Step up, pull it back. He's got his he's got a leg tied up.
Yeah, he's got his own leg in there. There he goes. Good job, John. Knee in the side.
Knee in the side. Let's get this finished. There it is.
There we
He
go.
had it there.
Stack him up.
Gonna get 3, 13-9, just over a minute left. Let's see if he just did it again.
I don't know how he's grabbing that, getting that elbow.
Darn it.
That was back and forth, back and forth. John's in the same boat that the rest of the Waco wrestlers are. I mean, they're 2 weeks into practice, you know.
Yeah, that's not an excuse, though. He shouldn't have gotten reversed 4 times with the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta know that that's coming, right? At some point, you gotta know that's coming. Looks like we're gonna have some girls matches in here. We're not really gonna have a break.
Oh. Looks like we're at the end of the boys here. And we have Eric Davis sitting down with us. What's up, Eric?
Not too much. How's it going?
It is good. What do you think of the way they held that? 4 matches, or 4 teams going at the same time?
I'm not going to lie. I came in, I was really confused. I've never
wild.
seen it ran this way.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of see it just because there's so many buys just to keep things rolling. I mean, some of these matches wouldn't take very long. 45 minutes to be up.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's a wild thing. I mean, to not be a tournament and to run it the way they did, it seems wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And then now we have some girl matches. And so, you know, technically there's, we don't have a girls team for Mediapolis. So there's 7 teams here, you know. So 7 teams on a Thursday night.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it might be the fastest way to run it through.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, they're doing a good job. But it's impossible to keep track of team score.
I don't even know how you would. I'm assuming that was Mediapolis' score.
Maybe. No, it could be. Yeah, I don't. We just quit. We just quit looking at it for that. So yeah, how's the winter treating you?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Just got done with work. Now I'm kind of on the wayside now for a while.
Yep. You got your Christmas shopping done yet?
I'm not gonna lie, I do none of that.
Just buy for Jess.
Sure.
Okay. Ish.
Yeah. There might be something under the Christmas tree. We'll see.
Yep. My kids are old enough now. It makes it easier. Like, hey, what do you want to get for your mom? I think we should get such.
Yeah, they have better ideas than me.
Oh, for sure. Looks like we got captains out there for the girls. Pekin and Waco. But they're they're not gonna. I guess there's no way they could do a 3-way the same way that they were doing that 4-way, because if we have an odd group, of, we have 3 teams, and so this would be a traditional duel.
Yeah. So I'm just going to assume that L&M's going to wait.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of excited to see this. I've kind of been watching a few online, and now that it's sanctioned, we can actually see it.
Yeah. I saw Justin Garvey's daughter, had some success over there in Mid-Prairie.
Yeah.
She's got both of his. So Kale has the win record for the boys, and then his daughter, I don't know her name, has the win record now for the girls, I think.
Oh, yeah?
So
it's been a while since I've talked to Justin. I went to Kale's graduation. We had a good chat there, but coaching there for 4 years was a pretty good time coaching with him again.
Yeah, yeah. That's just a wrestling family,
Oh, yeah.
I asked him when, so Justin and his little brother, always wore this tie-dyed Grateful Dead shirt, and then Kale wasn't wearing it. I was disappointed. I asked him, I was like, where's the Grateful Dead shirt? He's like, that thing turned to dust.
I bet.
So what? We're at 1:15 here.
Got Riley Rice.
Yep. And we were with Pekin, so this is Lexa Nelson. So exciting so far. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. We got a pin.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Did she wrestle last year?
I cannot keep track. I wasn't as Jeremy knows much more about the personnel than I do. Big win. She's excited. Good for her. We got Skylar Sterna at the helm, and Zane being his assistant.
I don't know if it'd be wrestling season without Zane yelling in the background.
Yeah. He's excited. He loves it. He's a walking stat book for Iowa wrestling for sure.
I bet. I don't think this one's going to take very long.
No, what do we got here? It's like Emma Hooper from Pekin. Huh? Did I get replaced? No. He's a natural.
Sure. Now, it's been a long time. I'm not going to lie. I went to one wrestling meet last year, and then before that, it's been quite a few years. Just having young kids and everything, just trying to sneak away. And
I didn't introduce you. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Eric Davis. It's been a long time since I've been announcing, talking. I mean, wrestled for Waco, graduated in 2006.
State champion in 05?
Yep, 05.
Okay. At what weight were you?
I was 130.
Okay.
So I was quite a bit smaller than I am now.
Yeah, we all are.
So,
Marvin Stauffer told me once that guys gain 2 pounds a year.
I wish that was the case. But no, if it wasn't so strict, I'd like to get in and wrestle with some of these guys and girls.
I did Tuesday night. I went in and wrestled, and it was wild,
Yeah, I'd really like to get in and mix it up again. I don't know if it might be 15-second goes with about a 5-minute break, but
15 seconds goes so fast.
Ooh, just
so slow. I mean,
just got a pin for Waco again. So, yeah, no, I'd really like to. I need to do some chatting and seeing.
Come in next week.
Might have to.
He was after me to come in and wrestle with Drew to give him just some different looks.
That's probably about the weight class I'm going to be in.
You know what? It'd be great. They need it. They need bodies. So.
No, glad I got to chat with you, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand this back over.
Yep. Eric Davis, everybody.
That's years
Looks like we have a forfeit at 140. That was Lila Miller.
Well, this is going to be different, isn't it, Mike? The weight classes aren't the same.
It's
I
wild.
forgot about that.
Yeah. So this is
I believe that's Emma Shevchuk.
Shevchuk. Yep. They got one of our poodles.
Do they?
Shevchuk family. Yep.
Oh, she's one that I didn't count earlier. Do you remember what my total count
I
was
think you
for
were
girls
at 7.
on the team? Yeah, that would make 8 because I didn't count her. Grace Fort taking a forfeit. Raylene Wagler taking a forfeit. So it doesn't look like Mediapolis doesn't have any, so that's why this duel was just Peak and Waco. Mediapolis does not have anyone on their girls team.
Yep. Yeah, and when just the 2 teams captains walked out, and it's like, well, aren't they going to throw in the 3rd team? And it's like, well, how can you? You know? So, yeah,
Right.
we were trying to catch up and then also make sense of everything.
So at some point, the Waco girls, I'm sure, will wrestle L&M probably at the next break between the boys' teams. So.
Yep. That is
And-
done.
Oh, the handshake.
So that's the end of Waco Pekin. Pekin has some luscious locks for mullets on the boys' team.
Yes, they do. Well, Jonathan Heather's
Yep.
kind of sporting one of his own there.
Yep, he's rocking the blonde mullet.
It's a little longer on top than a typical mullet, I think,
Yep.
but he's got good growth on the back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not so much business in the front. It's
No.
party in the back, and
Right.
you know, sometimes I pay attention in the front. So
I think Jonathan's might just be a case of letting it grow.
neglect.
Oh. It doesn't look bad on him.
No, he's
Not at all.
He's
He's got his. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he rocks it. You know.
Yep, and
wears a good-
it wasn't quite long enough to stick out of the back of his football helmet yet, but give him some time. I bet
There you
it might be. If you didn't notice, Jonathan's head is wrapped up. He had a guy, they said it was inadvertent last Saturday. Nobody got penalized, but John Medical forfeited the match, or injury default, I should say. The other guy kind of head-butted him and split his forehead wide open. He was bleeding all over the mat last Saturday at the tournament. And
I wondered how that went down.
yeah, blood's kind of part of this sport. So, I mean, if you're grossed out, you probably shouldn't watch it, but it was a bad one.
When the face bleeds so easy,
Yeah.
or it bleeds a lot.
Yep.
I should say.
Well, there isn't really much of anything except skin on bone on the forehead, and it's a pretty vascular area. So if you split the skin open, it tends to bleed a lot.
For sure. Looks like the captains just met.
Getting ready to start the other 2 boys' duels.
getting ready for round 2 of this quad. The wrestlers are kind of getting ready here. We got Mediapolis coming out to take a forfeit at 138. That was probably Brady Gunn. He's had, hopefully in the next match he'll be able to wrestle Junior. Looks like we got a little confusion. Okay, looks like we are going to have a match here.
They typically stagger these weight classes in multiple duels in one night, so it looks like we're starting at 138 now.
Mediapolis just had a forfeit, so I'm guessing that was Grady Gunn.
Most likely, yes.
We got a little confusion going here.
Well, and it's going to be harder to keep track of these two because we only have one sheet showing all 4 teams. So it looks like there's a Grady Gunn took a forfeit. I'm gonna take a guess and say Mediapolis is wrestling Pekin, but I could be wrong. Grady Gunn took a forfeit at 138, and Pekin is the only other school that it has that weight class open. So that's just a guess. Well, while we got a break here, Mike, were you able to get to some commercials?
No, I wasn't. Okay. I
Yep.
couldn't find the tab, but you found it right away. So here is a.
Just hit a hit.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so 138 pounds. We got Junior Kiros for Waco, and L&M shows that class to be vacant. So I would guess they bumped up Coder or Stumbo, maybe, from 32.
Yep, I would agree.
Junior's in on a nice double leg, and he's going to get it finished. Nice job. 2-0, Kiros.
How many years does Junior have under his belt?
Oh, if I would guess, I'd say probably 5 or 6, maybe.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, he is. I always say this. He's a tough kid with a huge gas tank.
Oh, there you go.
He will be there in the third period if he needs to be.
That's a good combination.
Yep.
Looks like he's trying to get that chicken wing.
Yeah, he's got a head lever. Got him broke down flat, and he's got a chicken wing now.
There you go.
Got to get the wrist. There you go.
Take it to the ear.
Run that over. There it is.
Good job, Junior. Got some.
He needs to. Oh, he ended up with the fall. Nice job, Junior. I was just getting ready to say he needs to maybe step over the head with his left leg and get on that side.
Junior is all smiles.
Oh, yeah.
He does not hide his emotions. Good
Not
for
at
him.
all.
Good for him. Big win.
I've always experienced Junior as a really quiet kid, but everybody tells me that he never stops talking. And he's got a heck of a sense of humor, too. He's always joking around.
He stopped at our house once with Drew to get cardboard or something. And so that's my only real run-in with him. And he seemed cool, you know. I know Drew likes hanging out with him.
All right, we had Mediapolis had a forfeit, I believe at 145. Again, one of the Johnsons, I don't know which one. Bachman is coming out for Waco at 45. Looks like he's going to take a forfeit also. L&M has a wrestler, but I'm not sure he came out for the Mediapolis duel either. $152.
What shirts are the L&M wrestler or the? It looks like they have a team shirt going on. I wouldn't. Do you recognize it at all?
Oh, the white ones?
Yeah.
No, I do not. I'm not able to see what's on it.
When that coach came over to talk with us, it looked like I should have just asked him.
Oh.
But I wonder if they're supporting something or.
Absolutely, that would be awesome if they were. 152 for Waco. Looks like Trey Edeker is probably going to come get a forfeit.
I'm glad to see Trey out.
Yes, yes, so am I. It's awesome. At the tournament last Saturday at New London, I had to make sure I welcomed Chad and Amy to the wrestling family.
Yep.
And that's truly what it is.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I coached the kids for 7 years, and Loudon, Gage, John, maybe a little, I can't remember if Junior was in the room. I had Jonathan for a little while. Yeah, you put together a wrestling family. That's what wrestling's all about, actually, because you do spend a lot of time with the other parents and stuff. It does become quite a family.
I believe it, yeah.
I'm going to probably anger some Pekin or Mediapolis fans here, but I'm going to run some sponsors. They're more important, I think, at this point.
Crash course. Looks like.
Anyone serious about lawn care knows it starts with two things: the expertise and the equipment to do the job right. Egley Landscapes is the only local company that provides expert lawn care and landscaping. Let the experts with the equipment from Egley's pay a visit to your lawn. Our horticulturists have the knowledge to guide you through a lawn care plan, and they won't sell you services you don't need. Egley Landscapes has the knowledge and expertise you can trust to revitalize the landscape of your home or commercial property. Egley Landscapes. Check us out online at egleylandscapes.com.
Okay.
So the score, end of the first, 7-0. Pekin is up over the Mediapolis kid.
And we're at 160, so that would be Gavin Brown, actually. Gavin Brown.
And probably Kyler Crow or Ben Gerst for Meepo.
Potentially, yes.
Ben Gerst, maybe. Bump him up.
Yeah. I'm going to run another commercial here quick during this.
Looks like Pekin won by fall.
Yep.
So now we
Brown
have
wins by fall, going to 170.
Levi Bachman coming out.
No,
I'm sorry,
Bachman's
I'm
at
sorry,
45.
Yeah.
That's Tigran.
There we go.
Tigran's coming out at 170. Most likely that's Will Hoops. I believe that's Will Hoops.
So then they're going to bump Loudon up, maybe?
Oh, yeah, this is 160. I think I said 170.
Yeah.
Yeah, 160 pounds. This is Tigran and Will Hoops. And yes, it looks like they're going to probably bump Hausen Gay up to 170 to wrestle Kendall Pugh, which Kendall's another seasoned veteran. He's been around a long time, and I believe he might even be Seth's cousin. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, nice job fighting off that takedown, Tigran. That's awesome. Oh, did you see what he was doing?
Yeah.
Crossing his feet. That's the first thing I noticed. That's inexperience right there. But
it just seems so chill out there, though.
Yeah. He's doing a great job so far.
Where'd you say Tigran from?
Armenia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to bail right now and get belly down. That's what. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Still no points.
This is a wild match.
Wait a minute. They gave Mediapolis 2 points. So,
okay.
Or I'm sorry, L&M 2 points right there. So he was in control. I thought that was still a scramble for the first takedown.
Yeah. Locked hands.
Oh, heck yes, he's got locked hands.
What are we doing there?
Locked hands on L&M. That's going to get Tigran 1 point. 51 seconds left. It is 2-1 Hoops.
Poor kid had his arms just, you know.
Yeah, your fingers don't have. He did it again.
I don't know what Tigran's reaching for there.
Yeah, you sure don't have to have your hands locked. They just need to be touching, right?
Yep. Sterling Rex should always touch his middle fingers together and say, "This is locked hands."
Yep. Oh, that's tough.
Yep.
Oh, doing a nice job of fighting it off,
he's
though.
quite the scrapper.
24, 23 seconds left. He just needs to hold on here for a little bit, and he will still be in this match. 15 seconds. And he ended up giving up the fall. Darn it. That's too bad. He started off really well on that match. I thought he was doing a good job, and sometimes it's just hard to fight off those half or pinning combinations, but some of that's a little inexperience too, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Reaching for the head.
Well, I'm really not 100% sure who this is for L&M, to be honest with you.
Sounds like Will.
Oh, maybe this is Will Hoops. Okay, they must have, I'm guessing they bumped up, maybe bumped Chris Day up from 152 to wrestle Tigran, would be my guess. Yep. Okay, that means I got Chris's name wrong in the last duel. I called him Will, I think.
Well, they don't have names on the back of their singlets.
No, they don't.
And we don't know these kids very well, so it's a true, honest mistake.
Yep, we're doing our best to try to keep track of it, but
Loudon's doing a nice job of searching for what he wants on top. Ball and chain.
Looks like it. He's got a double wrist ride going. Now he switches it off to a chicken wing. And he's looking for near fall. He's getting a count. He got a 2 count, but he's still got Still got the same position, so he hasn't given it to him yet. But I think he's going over. Man, he's doing a great job of fighting that off.
Loudon's got his arm hooked in from the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
And it just seemed like a wild way to hold it.
Now he's just going to settle back with that arm and
get some points.
Catch the head here. Yeah.
Very calm, like Loudon.
Yep.
Loudon is.
Wrestling off of his knees, for crying out loud. You know, if that's a showing a sign of comfort right there when you can wrestle off your knees. Looks like it's 6-0 Housengay at the end of the first. L&M defers.
And really, that's one of the mistakes that, you know, greener wrestlers make is, you know, their belly is down, you know, and they're trying to wrestle from their belly.
Yep.
You know, whereas Loudon had his hips really high and, you know, he was in control. He was on his knees, but he was definitely ready for anything.
That's a nice switch.
Yeah, I agree.
No, you can finish what you were saying. I'm just trying to do some commentary.
Yeah, no, he just seemed very comfortable.
Yeah. 8-0 Housengay. Still working on that wrist ride and the tight waist.
8-0.
Yep, 8-0. Just for fun here. Rolled through. Now he's getting a count. We are up to 16 viewers.
16 people listening at home. Maybe some people are doubled up in their living room, so we could be up to 32. I don't even know.
Well, yeah, that's how many accounts are logged in, I guess. Yeah, there could be what, 40 people watching.
There could be a viewing party at Kinnick right now, or at Carver.
Well, Housengay with the fall. We were talking about other stuff and missed it. Sorry about that.
Good job, Loudon.
That's all right. They want to watch the video anyway and not listen to us. But I was going to.
There could be 16 people muted us.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to say, last year I was doing this by myself, and I got a text from, I know I talked about it last season too, but got a text with a photo from Neil Reichenbach showing me his living room. And they were every one of them was sitting on a piece of furniture watching.
There you go.
Watching the broadcast on their TV. All 5 of them.
All the Reichenbachs.
Yep.
Good family.
Yeah, great family. But it was nice of him to let me know that they were watching. I mean, that brought up you making that point that we don't have necessarily 16 viewers, but you know, we might have double that or even triple that with families watching in the same room or whatever.
The possibilities are endless.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to check have another word from our sponsors here during this match. We got to recognize the sponsors. They're the only ones that make this happen, right?
Yep.
Unleash the power.
you want to go ahead and give a score update, and then I'll go to another commercial.
Yeah, we got 3-3 Mediapolis versus Pekin at 182. Okay, yeah, I don't know. That's a good Kalen question. We got some wrestling coming out here.
Not sure how that ended. I was messing with the commercial broadcast. Pekin wins by fall.
Pekin got the pin on
That
the
was
edge.
that was Blake Jewell.
We got
Looks like we're
Braden Stafford.
Yep. Braden Stafford at 182 against Parker Stender. And this is a pretty big weight class for Braden, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little ankle pick there on the whistle. Stender for 2 takedown.
Got him rolled over.
Yeah, we're about, oh, the clock's not running.
Well,
that ended in a fall, but the scoreboard says there's still 1:52 left in the first period, which wasn't good.
That would have been a long first period.
Yeah, because nobody else was figuring it out except us.
It's nice being the smartest people in the room.
We do kind of have a pretty good vantage point here. And
Yep. We're tuned in. We got a lot of things going on.
yeah, for sure. I would guess this is going to be Ryan Dowd from Pekin and Glenn Denning, Mediapolis. I'm going to go to another commercial here, Mike.
Yep. Up next at 195, we have Noah Rich bumping up from 182. And looks like he's taking on I'm not sure. Parker Stender. Noah's first year out. Doing a good job of tying up. fighting with the ties here. Trying to get his moves set up. Still working that tie up. Looks like L&M's working for a duck under. Got less than a minute to go in the first period for Noah Rich, 195. Good defense, Noah. Good job. Got 30 seconds. Wrestlers are fighting. Oh, there's a takedown on the edge. 7 seconds left. 6 seconds to go. Noah's on bottom. If we try to get an explosion at the start here. Get up, get up, get up. End of the first period. Looks like L&M defers. Choice goes to Noah. P says stand up. So it looks like we're standing. Noah's doing a good job of fighting through the ties. Bail, bail, bail. We got a takedown with some near fall points. And we got the pin for L&M here. Minute 15 left to go in the second. Looks like we have waiting on a wrestler. Oh, thanks.
I didn't know what you wanted to drink.
Looks like Drew just took a forfeit at 220. And the whole Waco cheering section appears to be mad at me because I did not see the hot dog that my sister handed to me earlier. So, bravo. Looks like we got Jonathan Heather. Thanks. Jonathan Heather coming out. L&M. Spencer Kessel. Jonathan likes to work the tie-ups.
Heather down 2-0. About a minute or so left in the first period. Tried a headlock attempt and ended up giving up a takedown. Needs to move a little bit more on the bottom here. He's just going to keep giving Kessel opportunities to turn him. He's got to do something. Well, he's fighting that off pretty well. Don't go over. Sometimes you just get to that point where you can't put it off any longer. But he's still fighting it off really well. I think, yeah, he just gave up 3 near fall there, but recovered nicely. 5-0 Kessel at the end of the first. 5-0 Kessel, end of the first.
Jonathan doesn't look like he has his wrestling lungs in him yet. He still has still in football shape. Looks like he's a little winded, but he's gonna give her a go.
If they make it to the third period, we'll see what happens, because I'm pretty sure Jonathan hasn't been on the mat for 6 minutes yet. So we'll
tough.
see. It is.
It's not like jogging a mile on the treadmill.
That's right.
A little hand fighting. These guys like to stay high.
Heavyweights are typically pretty good Greco guys.
Yep.
They want to tie up and throw.
Yep. Body mass. It sounds like I owe an apology to my sister. I didn't see the hot dog that she brought me.
Yeah, but I told her when I was giving her a hard time about it that it would have been nice if she would have let you know that it was sitting there too.
Just getting cold by my hip.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, sister. Yeah, 6-0. L&M is up. Jonathan Heather's fighting on the side. Working back to the center.
That was a pretty good underhook he had there for a second. He just didn't commit to it.
Yeah. I think his lungs are on fire. Yeah, they just keep working the ties. One of them's going to get a throw here in a matter of seconds, I feel. Got some encouragement from the sideline.
Yeah, I think Jonathan's struggling for oxygen right now.
the trip to the dome, you know. There we go. Got the ankle. Good fight. Yeah, the trip to the dome extended our football season, shortened our wrestling preseason, and our cardio is showing. Got some action here. Get Jonathan to roll through. Got pinned with a minute 18 left in the third.
At least the clock was running during that match.
Yeah. Well, they forgot one other match. The ref had to tell them to.
While I was gone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the ref was doing the swirling motion. Now we get back to.
It's really funny not funny, fun to watch the big guys, and then you got this little 106-pounder that comes out. It's a,
Mini.
total change in perspective.
Yep. Get to see Gage for the first time tonight here.
It is. I'm curious about his injury. I wonder if they wonder if that isn't part of the strategy, just to make sure he's not gonna do anything too ridiculous tonight. But it's good to see him out on the mat with headgear on. I mean, I didn't think we'd get him back this quickly, but
he had a shoulder injury.
I believe he broke his growth plate in his shoulder.
Yep.
Football injury.
Yep. He's a tough kid.
Yeah.
It stinks so hard for the wrestler to work out all week, make weight, and then get dressed, and then forfeit. It's like, all the hard work you do.
I agree, but I just think that's the world of wrestling we're in right now.
Sure. Yep.
But I will say, on a positive note, these teams in this gym are a lot bigger than they were 2 or 3 years ago. I can tell you that.
Yep, I agree.
Which is good. Waco especially.
Yep.
There was a couple duels last year we wrestled where out of all the weight classes we only saw maybe 2 or 3 matches in the entire duel, and that's kind of why these schools or whatever are trying to do these quads and triangulars, because there are so many forfeits that if you just traveled to wrestle one team, you'd be done sometimes in less than 30 minutes and out the door you go. So putting these teams together and trying to give them more wrestling in one night just makes more sense.
Yep, I agree. Looks like we have a Iowa State basketball update from Chase Roth. He's holding it on his phone. Looks like
Can you see it?
I think it's 40 to 26, 29. I can't imagine
Iowa women's team a little sluggish in the first half, but they came out in the second half and just put it to them.
Yeah. I want to go watch Caitlin Clark this year. She's just something else.
She is. We're going to run a couple more commercials here, Mike, during
Yep, here we go.
That's what I thought. They would send Beck out at 126. Oh, interesting. Looks like McLaughlin's either going to wrestle or take a forfeit at 132.
What are we doing here?
Well, we got Beck took a forfeit, so now we're back to the Mediapolis Pekin duel.
Yep.
Forfeit for Mediapolis. Now it's going to be McLaughlin and either Coder or Stumbo potentially at 32.
What did John weigh in today?
125.
Okay, well, we'll see how see how the games play out.
I think this was a who gets to go on the mat first strategy is the way this played out.
Gotcha.
Because the L&M kid doesn't look like he weighs 132 either.
Yep.
He could
around the block, you know.
Yeah, he's
keep scrambling.
I'm not 100% sure what's going on here with John. You could talk about that one, Mike. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, I think they rolled the dice a little bit and didn't work out. I think they're shaking hands again.
Yep. Gonna take some quick commercial breaks here. We'll probably have some more girls matches coming up here in a little bit.
I think that's that one to the right. The other way. Yep. Not wrestling his best matches yet. Or wrestling his best. I'd say with John.
All right, we're back. We had a couple forfeits that did not involve any Waco wrestlers, I don't believe. Now we have Heaven Stagey on the mat at 125.
It's Tori Hansen.
Tori Hansen. We assume.
Yeah.
There's two below at 120 listed and one above. Well, it wouldn't be the one above, but two below. They could have bumped somebody up, but it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Heaven's got a nice front headlock here that she's trying to work and let it go. L&M, kind of a half-hearted single leg shot there. Now she's in a headlock and she rolled through on it.
Keep going.
Work it, pick the arm up, pick up the elbow.
Tee out.
Well, there it is, finally. That girl, that L&M girl should have just kept trying to roll the direction she was headed instead of rolling back in.
Yep.
Heaven got two near fall out of that. Whistle out of bounds, 33 seconds left. Stagey's up 4-0. And we're kind of stuck on 16 viewers. We're not increasing at all.
Well, my wife texted me, so there's either 2 or 3 watching. Or at least it's on at the house.
Yeah,
So.
I think your theory is spot on.
Yeah.
We probably have more like 50.
There you go. Griff is probably has it on the iPad so that he can be downstairs playing Fortnite. But it still counts. Little back and forth match here. 4 seconds left.
End of the first period, 4-1 Stagey. She must have given up an escape when we were talking about something else.
Yeah, it was a back and forth match.
I don't know whose choice it was for sure, but Stagey starts
I
on the
think Stagey
bottom.
chose down.
Okay. Hips out, work on the hands.
There you
go. That escape makes it 5-1 Stagey. Good match so far.
Yeah. Kind of an odd attempt at a single leg there from L&M.
That same half-hearted shot from the first period.
Yeah.
Just kind of reaching for the leg.
A lot of back and forth here.
John doesn't look very happy.
No.
Oh, cow catcher. Got caught in a cow catcher. She's got 1 minute to hold that off till the end of the second. Currently 5-3. Stagey's still in the lead. Fighting off of her back, really tough here.
She's trying to roll.
Yeah, she's trying, but 40 seconds is a long time to hold that off.
Yep, it is.
She needs to try to get her elbow in the mat. Ah, dang it. I personally think that was a fluke thing. I think she dominated that match up to that point and just got caught.
Girls wrestling, it's taken off.
It is.
Yeah, they're all into it. They're all motivated. They're all just like that. Nice little hug after the match.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I do too.
Girls, obviously don't have that aggression towards wrestling, most of them like the boys do or whatever. So
I'll bet you'll find 1 or 2 that does.
Oh, I'm sure. I know of a couple right off the top of my head, but it's just different. They've got their own thing, right?
Yep.
So
We even got a shoulder tattoo. Look at that. Coming onto the match here.
Nice.
So they got all the accessories figured out.
Oh, man.
At least they've got some back and forth with the coaching.
Yeah, they might be trying to figure out whose turn it is to put a wrestler on the mat. Yeah, I think everybody's confused as to whose turn it is maybe to put a wrestler out on the mat. That's the only thing I can get from this, but
Yep. Still no Swafford sightings?
oh, I completely forgot about it. I haven't even been looking. If Josh isn't here, I'm really surprised his dad Mark isn't here. They must have something going on because they just don't miss a wrestling event.
Yeah, I don't think that they're taking in a basketball game to skip it. Here we got a match, 170.
Yeah, this is going to be Emma Shevchek, I think.
Versus Brenna Skillen.
Brianne Skillen.
Hips,
Oh,
hips,
nice
there we go.
headlock.
Stay. Settle in.
She needs to maybe switch off to something different here, maybe. Oh,
Well,
she regathered herself again and
hasn't
picked
really-
up. Yeah, she needs to get down to the elbow on that arm.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She let it go.
She doesn't have her arm. You know, she has.
Yeah,
She's kind of a. If she could reach down and grab her hand.
yeah, she
Take
needs
a
to
triangle
grab.
out of it.
Oh, that was close.
There you go.
Nice job, Emma. Good work. Boy, Skylar's put together himself a tough little
Yeah, he's got a team.
wrestling team here. Wow. Doing a great job with the girls.
He's good. Seems like a good coach. Where's
Yeah.
he out of? You know.
He went to L&M, actually. Graduated from L&M. He went through the Marine Corps.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. He may have wrestled for the Marine Corps. I'm not 100% sure, but graduated from L&M. Yeah,
It would be funny
pretty good guy.
if I completely airballed on the story from earlier about the kid that went on to the Marines to wrestle, and it's Skylar. Wouldn't that be full circle?
It would, but I didn't recognize who you might be talking about, so it could be, and we'll probably never know.
Yeah. I'll have to scroll back through the pin docs. Pin doctor.
Yeah, you could do that in your spare time right now.
Yeah. got plenty.
Do you know how long? He posts like 6
Yeah, I
things
know.
a day.
It
You'd
would-
have to go back 150 posts just to get where.
I'd get a cramp in my thumb from scrolling up. What do we got here? 235.
Braylene Wagler,
Yep. Molly.
Maury Bramble. Braylene has had some success this year so far, finishing on the podium, I believe, for a couple tournaments they've been to already.
Good for her.
Yeah. Oh, nice underhook. Good setup there for that underhook.
The one good thing, or the thing to think about is, in boy wrestling, guys wrestling, you have kids that are, AAU champs, and
Right.
and they have all this mat time. With girls, most of them are a year, 2 years, 3 years into it.
Yep.
And so, the caliber of wrestling is different, but it's also just it's a nice, pure thing to watch. It's true amateur wrestling.
I agree with you 100%. I couldn't have said that better myself. Just because I would say it more like there is more opponents on a more level playing field.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you don't
They
have
all have a lot of the same experience level. So you see good matches, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought about it that way. That's a great point.
you know, if you have a guy like Drew, Drew's a second-year wrestler, he's going to run into some, you know, buzzsaws out here.
Yep, for sure.
And it's not his fault. You know, he's doing his best, but and it's even a situation like this. You know, you got a standing headlock, and
yeah, I'm surprised Braylene. I was going to say.
There we go. Good for her.
Yeah, two at the buzzer. Very nice. Go ahead, Mike. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Nope. That's exactly.
Trying to cover the exciting part of the match there, right at the end of the period.
Well, she did a great job of keeping it going all the way to the whistle.
Yep.
Go for that.
Oh, she's looking for that front headlock and cow catcher. I mean, she was stepped out front and just took that. Looks like she's got a power half going here.
L&M wrestler's doing a good job of looking away, it looks like.
Looking away, got that leg posted out there. Oh, she pulled the leg in.
There you go.
Yeah, nice job. Wagler with the fall, about a minute and a half, 30 seconds into the second period.
Good match.
Yes. Yeah, Skylar's got himself a team put together there.
Yep.
I think that girls team at Waco, from what I've seen, they spend time together outside of the wrestling room too. I think they've got a good team bond going.
Yep. Okay, what do we got?
Alyssa Graber going to get her first match tonight, I think.
Yep.
They don't have anyone listed for L&M at 100 pounds, but they do have 110-pounder Lexi Eaton. Not sure how that works. We're wrestling at 110 pounds.
There we go.
Pretty good disadvantage weight-wise for Alyssa, that's for sure, but she's a tough kid.
Yeah, she is.
Tough farm kid.
That's the disadvantage of wearing knee braces. You know, it's another thing for him to grab.
Oh, wow. That was a pure strength move right there.
Yeah. Core strength.
Great job for Alyssa to end up with that takedown. She was in a bad spot there for about 2 seconds.
Somehow she just kept her toes down and just like slid with it.
She needs to, I was just going to say, she needs to let her go. Now she's got a stall warning.
Well, she's also giving up a couple pounds and trying to,
for sure,
trying to hoist her up, do a hip, trip with
doing a nice job driving back into that shot. Oh, crank it around.
Go.
Pull the head down and go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Push.
Oh, don't get out of position here. Drive the head back down. Oh, no. Man, that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
She had that locked up tight.
That kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier with the experience levels. Like,
yep.
You would have saw it play out a little different with multiple years.
Yeah.
But at least they're even, you know?
Yeah.
It's not
It
like,
makes for good matches.
It does, yeah. And, you know, Alyssa, she's going to learn a couple lessons, put them together, know for next time.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we hope anyway.
Yeah, exactly. 115.
All right, we got 115. This is Riley Rice.
I saw her working on duck unders and arm drags earlier with her brother. So
Nice.
So hopefully we.
So maybe we get to see some of that.
Yeah, see some duck unders.
Lexa Nelson. Oh, my bad. There is 2 wrestlers listed for L&M. Zeigenhorn and Knapp.
Little hip battle.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
Rice out on top for that one. Ends up with 2 and 2 near fall.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of not locking her hands.
Yeah, she is. Don't pull her back on top. Oh, yeah, take that.
Drive her down.
Pull her back down and then run that half. She's locked her hands twice there, and he wasn't in a. He finally called it. Yeah, 1 penalty point for locked hands there on Rice, so it's now 4-1 Rice. Minute 20 left in the first.
That's such a scramble. It's hard to keep the discipline of.
Yep, she's got to keep her hips up here. There, she did it. Much better position than what she was in before.
She's gonna run it.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, that was an interesting spot.
She's
Going to probably end up giving up 2. Oh, man. Start counting. Holy
Oh
cow.
my. Yeah. This is a wild match.
He got a 2 count out of that. 2 near fall. 6-1 Rice.
Sag back.
45 seconds left. Oh, she jumped sides. That was perfect.
Sag back. Get her to crank over.
40 seconds left in the first.
There
she goes. Oh, man, she
There.
is just fighting tough. Hold her right there for 30 seconds. Just hold her right there for 30 seconds.
There it is. Crucifix.
Yeah,
Good job.
nice job, Riley. Good work.
She didn't need a duck under.
Nope,
She didn't need an arm drag.
nope.
Got the pin. Good job, young lady.
I think that is going to conclude this girls' duel.
Yep, I think we're going to see some hands shaking.
Yep. Try a few more commercials here during the break and recognize all of our great sponsors that make this Warrior Cast available.
Anyone serious about lawn care knows it starts with 2 things: the expertise and the equipment to do the job right. Egley Landscapes is the only local company that provides expert lawn care and landscaping. Let the experts with the equipment from Egley's pay a visit to your lawn. Our horticulturists have the knowledge to guide you through a lawn care plan, and they won't sell you services you don't need. Egley Landscapes has the knowledge and expertise you can trust to revitalize the landscape of your home or commercial property. Egley Landscapes. Check us out online at egleylandscapes.com.
you kind of get what you
What if the answer to powering a purer world, our world, was shining down on us this whole time? All we have to do is unleash its infinite power.
145. Levi
All
Bachman.
right, we are back in action here, starting at 145 pounds. Looks like Levi Bachman and
The Johnsons.
one of the Johnsons.
Johnson.
Johnson. Ooh, nice little elbow drag attempt there. Right into a double, and
Good fight.
Bachman stuffed that pretty quickly. Oh, man.
That was
You know what? He would have had that if his right arm would have been a little deeper under in the armpit there. He got to the mat, lost that grip, and rolled right through. So
Good fight out of Levi.
Mediapolis up 2-0 here early in the first. That was a pretty good job by Bachman to fight off of his back there. I mean, he's not out of the woods yet, but he was in trouble there for a little bit. And gives up the fall with about a minute left in the first.
well, one of the Johnsons
Yep.
was a good wrestler.
Yep.
He was hitting some moves.
Agreed.
So now we got Tigran.
Yeah, Tigran or Trey. Looks like Tigran's the one ready to go. Well, we're going to have our Pekin L&M match here first, if there is one.
I don't think Pekin.
Looks like we're going to have a forfeit, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think Pekin has anybody. 160 is as low as close as they can get. I wonder how many times I'm going to ask you where Tegan's from. Or
Tigran?
Tigran, yeah.
Armenia.
I know.
Do you want me to write it on your forehead?
No, I just wonder how many times throughout the season I'm going to be like, where's he from again? Is it Romania?
For some reason, I hope the broadcast is still working great, because I'm connected to the same Wi-Fi with my phone and I can't get anything to work. Holy cow, Mike, we're up to 20.
Oh boy.
20 subscriptions are watching us right now.
Possibly 40 people.
Whew. We might have to watch what we say.
I've been cleaning it up. So,
well, I was told it's our channel. We can talk about whatever we want.
There's some random things on YouTube, and we're on the cleaner side of YouTube.
We're on the cleaner side.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
What do we got here?
152 for Mediapolis. Looks like either Crow or Gerst. I'm not sure. I think that's Crow. But I've been wrong before.
Tigran.
I spoke with Trey a couple weeks ago about wrestling, and he said, I just don't have the technique down yet. And I said, Trey, you've been at practice for 2 weeks your entire life. You're not going to have the technique down right away.
Well,
I said, just go have fun, be with your friends, do what you can. You're going to win some matches, but that's unfortunate for Tigran, but it's nice that he got off of his back.
He's a fighter.
He is. I think he's deceptively strong.
Yes, I believe it. He's a fighter. Just keeps. He's relentless.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to recover from, though.
Yeah, it is.
That headlock's pretty tight. He's got his elbow over his face.
Yep. Oops. Sorry, the iPad. Yeah, and even, to get back to Trey, say he drills an outside single, and he's good, and he finally gets it down to where he can win some matches, get people down off an outside single. And then the next match, he just goes into somebody that just wants to tie up.
Yep.
And he's like, well, his mind, I'm sure, goes, well, I can't get my outside single if he's always
Yep.
Or vice versa. If he likes to tie up and he likes his fireman's, and then the kid hits him with a freight train double. It's like, that's not my move.
Yep.
You got to do this so I can hit my move. Here comes Loudon.
Looks like probably Ben Gerst maybe bumped up from 52 because they are open at 160 according to our sheet.
Any bets on what weight Loudon wrestles as a senior?
That was a nice little move
That
there.
was good. It was smooth.
Wow.
Well, he missed his shot.
Yes.
And then hit it with the third option, looked like.
Yeah, just a little duck under type thing.
Yep.
Have you seen his dad?
I have seen his dad.
Is that why you asked the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I think
Jonah,
yes.
100 pounds in a couple years.
Yeah, but that was all weight room.
I know, but it also grew some inches.
I think Loudon is going to be at 82 next year. That's my guess.
Okay.
We should probably write that down so next year we remember.
Yeah.
What's your guess? He doesn't have all dad in him. I mean,
I know.
So I don't think he's going to be like a 220 pounder unless he's in the weight room like Jonah was. But
yep, and I don't know, but he also has the genetics.
He does,
and he's a really tall kid.
Yeah,
and so
he's got the frame to work into a 220 pounder.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
yeah.
So and what a scary 220.
Oh, I was going to say, wouldn't he look completely intimidating?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Being like 6'2", 220 pounds.
He'd have some college scouts looking at him.
Oh gosh.
So
I would hope somebody's paying attention to his football skills right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Right now. Because
just a little fun game to play,
Yeah. All the housing gays, that whole family, good wrestlers, but they all like football more.
Yep.
And I think Loudon, at this stage, if I had to guess, I'd say he could probably go anywhere, or not anywhere, but he could go to a lot of schools and do either one.
For sure.
But I think he will always pick football over wrestling.
It comes smooth. I shouldn't say it comes easy, but it seems like he understands the game.
Yes.
And it seems like the game isn't too fast for him.
No.
So.
But he's had a great teacher. I mean, he's pretty much got a coach living in his house,
for
right?
Sure. Great ankle pick.
Huh?
Great ankle pick.
Yes, it was. And, he's naturally athletic. I think, even without his dad at home, a great football player himself, I see Loudon doing a great job at adapting, even if he, wasn't getting coached at home. But I also want to point out that not only is he a great athlete, but he's a very coachable kid too. Yeah. If you tell him what he's doing wrong, he's going to fix it. And he's going to do better next time.
You see Loudon put some strength together.
Yes.
Good job, kid.
Nice work.
Yep. Speaking of that family, and it is deer season, have you ever heard Bill talk about deer hunting? And Bill hasn't gotten a deer in like quite a few years. Have you asked him about that at all?
No.
It is hilarious to listen to him talk about how the deer runs in front of him, but he just can't do it.
Can't pull the trigger?
It's either he just can't hit. He just
can't get it done.
No. It's either his brother. It's either his brother or Bill. Either way, but it is hilarious to listen to. It seems like a Jeff Foxworthy tale, or something like that.
Do you have any suspicions that maybe tomorrow morning both of us might get a text asking us to maybe talk a little more about wrestling than other crap during this broadcast?
No.
I'm having a great time. I
too.
don't know about you.
Yeah. It's fun.
So much more fun than doing it by myself, I can tell you that.
I believe it. When you were gone, I was trying to talk by myself, and it's like, well, there he is.
Oh.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
More wrestling. This is amazing.
I'm going to run a quick commercial here between this match.
What if the answer to powering a purer world, our world, was shining down on us this whole time? All we have to do is unleash its infinite power. Our goal here at Epo Energy is to unleash the infinite power of the sun. At Epo Energy, we make solar energy the better solution. Epo Energy, unleash the power.
Talking to myself.
Priority, right?
Yeah. So this is the last one. This has to be the last one. They've shaken hands twice.
Yeah, this is the last duel. Yep. Actually, Mike, I was wrong. It's this one right here that's associated with the video clips.
Yep.
Currently, it is 8-1 Pekin. 45 seconds left in the second period. Now he's got a headlock.
Looks like
Locked
he's
up.
got it tight end.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
Those are, from experience, those are hard to breathe situations for the bottom guy.
Yeah. You see the lights, and then the lights start to dim.
Yeah. You hope it doesn't get that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually went to a AAU district one year when I first started. Actually, it was before I started coaching Waco kids. And do you remember Trey Van Welden from Washington, the coach's son? It was a stacked bracket at that weight class. How come we got two Pekin and Waco duels or matches in a row?
Looks like Gil's got it figured out.
I don't understand.
I think the majority of the people in the gym don't understand.
Well, they got it fixed.
Hugh's smiling, so can't be that bad.
Anyway, I went over to, that was when the AAU districts for this area was over in Oskaloosa. And it was a stacked bracket. I can't name them all. Christian Lovan was in that bracket.
Okay.
Trey Van Welden from Washington. A couple other guys. And Trey caught a kid in a headlock and had his arm, he had the arm in, he had it straight up in the air, and I was mat side, and his face turned red, and the ref grabbed him and pulled the headlock off. He was out, completely out. That's how tight he was squeezing that headlock. He was out.
At what age?
This would have been like 6th or 7th grade, maybe. Ooh, nice little hip turn there to get behind. We've been doing this long enough tonight, Mike. I'm starting to worry about the iPad battery. Maybe it's all right.
Yeah.
That'd be too bad if we sat here this long and lost the battery on the last few matches.
We've got a charger for it.
We do, actually.
Yeah. Oh, 54% battery. We're good.
Oh, we're good.
Looks like we have an Iowa State score update of 40 to, I think, 69. I think. So, Chase is still watching. He's multitasking.
Glad to know we can entertain him with wrestling.
Yeah. Oh boy, he's going the wrong way with it. He's got to sit. Oh, well, yeah, Dad's even one of the coaches. Got 7-0 L&M wrestler. He's trying to get that pin.
170, looks like Kendall Pugh and Logan Baker from Pekin. And Pugh gets the fall. we're back to Waco Mediapolis matches now. At
182.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were gonna. Oh, that was 170 we just watched.
He's got a card. Ref's got a card.
Yeah, he keeps track of who's got first choice. And they're scheming in the corner a little bit, figure out who they want to send out, if anybody. And we're going to give them a forfeit, it looks like. Kind of looks like Noah Rich is getting ready over there. I wonder if he, I bet Noah Rich is going to, no, that's not true either. Man, I got to quit trying to figure this out. No, they surely wouldn't put Noah out there with Glendenning, but he could well, I don't know. I'm going to quit trying to guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to outguess the coaches, and that's not a good thing. Probably should, during this off match, give a nice shout out to the Oswald family. I got a text from them similar to the Reichenbach family. They're all sitting in the living room watching it on the TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
So our multiplying idea.
I didn't just get it. I had a bad signal for a while.
Yep.
I think the might have been delayed, but still got to give them a shout out for watching.
Well, maybe their neighbors, the Redlingers, are even over in their living room, and
possibly
we could have tens of people watching.
You're trying to increase this account or this count of people watching without knowing any facts.
Oh, yeah. It's completely.
Oh, we're up to 20.
You bet. Which means we could be up to 60.
I think it's all the banter between matches that's drawing people in.
I think it's the commercials.
I think word of mouth advertising is what we got.
For sure.
People are like getting on Facebook and saying, you got to listen to these two knuckleheads.
I don't know if you're, trying to solve all the world's problems, but you should be watching wrestling in Mediapolis.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Oswald, for tuning in. We sure do appreciate it.
Yep.
And everybody else.
Yeah, and
everybody else
and
who's
you other
watching.
people that can't text us nice things. It's no big deal.
That is one of the things I really, really would like to mention that I don't always get an audience to tell it to is Waco has such a good following for every sport.
Yeah,
there are basketball kids supporting the wrestling program. There's wrestling, volleyball, girls basketball, whatever, supporting the other basketball program. Our student section is awesome at every game. It doesn't matter whether it's home or away.
Yeah, Drew's going to have a match here.
Yep. Looks like it. Glendenning bumped up to 220. It's going to be a tough task for Drew, but get him out on the mat and get him a good sweat going.
I told Drew to change levels when he hits his duck under.
Yep. Oh.
We worked on that Tuesday. Get your leg back.
This is where he's really going to have to fight off these turns. Glendenning's going to be really good at these pinning combinations, but he's always grabbing his singlet underneath. The ref can't see it. Huh.
Keep fighting.
Remind me when we shut off the broadcast. I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
I can't ask it here.
Did Glendenning, how's he done in previous years?
He's a multiple state place winner. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd say he was top 5 last year, maybe.
Yep.
He's pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure.
Not solid wrestler. He's pretty solid physically, but solid wrestler.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, 285. We're going to have Pekin and L&M again.
Speaking of the student body supporting each other, I always liked it when you see the pictures of the whole football team going to watch the cross-country meets.
Yes, that's awesome stuff, isn't it?
That's cool.
The volleyball team did it this year, too.
Yeah.
That was pretty good of them to do that.
Yep. Jonathan took his ace wrap off his forehead.
Yeah. And he's going to take a forfeit.
Yep. He needs to. There we go.
Yeah, just needed to get to the center of the mat to take that forfeit. It's Kessel here for L&M, going to take a forfeit against Pekin.
Gage?
Yep, going 106. Samo, looks like he's...
James Garson. They got...
Dakota Aney for Mediapolis, but it looks like they're going to save Aney for 113. That's just one of those matchup. The draw for the first wrestler on the mat just didn't go your way.
Okay.
Because if they would have put Aney out there, I know Samo would have been right behind him.
Yeah.
But because we were first, they're going to let Aney take a forfeit at 13, which, in my opinion, is a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Let him wrestle.
Yeah. It's team strategy.
I know.
It's part of the game. I understand that, but man, it doesn't do
Let him wrestle.
anybody any good to have these matches be over in 20 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever. Who cares if you lose, right? Just put them out there and let them go. See what they... I mean, it's a test for the postseason. You got to see where your guys are at.
Yeah. So Gage must have made weight at 106.
Apparently so.
I know Tuesday he said he was 108.
He's done a really good job since football, getting his weight down.
Yeah. Well, wrestling's his sport. Like
And he was also, I thought maybe he was going to start out a little bit higher because, he didn't play the last 4 weeks of the football season. So, you're not getting workouts, and you really got to think about how you're cutting weight if you don't have the ability to work out every day or go to practice or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, some of these guys would never make weight without wrestling practice, right?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, they're burning 1,000 calories every night at practice, plus their water weight and all of that.
Got a little bit of blood on the mat, looks like. It's been a clean match for that.
Yeah.
Boy, some of those, some nights it's like blood timeout.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, blood timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, the trainer hasn't really earned her paycheck
Had
tonight.
to do a lot of training.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Oswalds,
Yeah.
the Waco boys had a stellar showing at Winfield.
Yes, they did.
That was a heck of a game.
It was.
Both Oswalds had I know Reese hit a couple threes. Isaac played good. Odie played good.
Yeah, Odie was lights out from behind the arc.
Yeah.
For a while. Yeah, that was a great game, and it's always fun to beat Winfield.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. Cody seemed like Cody had a bunch of rebounds, a bunch of blocks.
Yep.
So
typical Cody Graber.
Yeah.
Blocks and rebounds.
That's fine. Live in your bubble.
That's right. If everybody just does their job, it all comes together.
What we got here? 120.
What I would really like to do is be able to update everybody on team scores to, if we won either of those duels against Pekin or L&M, but I don't have any way of finding that out.
Somehow,
well, maybe I do.
Well, somehow we can on.
I'm going to look on Track Wrestling.
You can do scoreboard on this.
Yes,
And so,
there is a scoreboard there. I just chose not to do it because
that's a full-time job.
It is.
I was doing it with during football one game, and you're already doing a few things, and let's add a few more things.
I just got a text from Mrs. Samo. I think she was telling me that he weighed 105.9.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Well, good job.
Yep.
Apparently these microphones are working. So, YouTube.
And people are still listening to our garbage.
Yeah. It's either this or vacuuming. So, they're choosing us.
Oh.
Here's John.
Yep. Oh, they're going to give him a forfeit. We're going to take a forfeit at 132. Nope, we're wrestling 132. Nope, it's going to be Pekin and L&M. Just got a little jumpy. I think Braxton Davis wanted to wrestle John really bad. He shook his head when he had to take that forfeit.
Well, you want to wrestle.
That's what happens. Mediapolis did that to us with Samo. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yep.
This might right here might actually be a pretty good match. It's hard to tell, but just as I say that.
This is the mullet man from Pekin has some moves.
He should have never stepped over the hips there. Oh, nice reversal though. Still no takedown yet, but that was a nice little reversal to get back in. Yeah, there it is. There it is. 2 points for Beck for takedown. This is Beck and Greiner. Beck, L&M. By the way, Mike, in case you were wondering.
Yeah. I remember Greiner.
You can call him Mullet Man.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
I do, yeah. I hope somewhere
he's doing the same thing to him that he did to John.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, he's crafty.
I mean, it's just one of those situations. I just can't believe John let that happen 4 times. That to me is just ridiculous. But
who in the Waco wrestling room is doing it? They give him a look of it. You know?
But holy cow,
Yeah,
you've
4
got to
times.
be able to improvise, right? I mean,
I know.
Part of it is, I think, John's failure to just stay in good position. Like, you can see Greiner right there is riding over that near side leg.
Yep.
You ride over that near side leg and he does not hip over on you. Those are the kinds of things that I'm hoping sense. John, maybe can figure out, or he and I can work on maybe at home or something, but he's countering exactly what he's doing because he knows what works for him, right?
Yeah.
So if it works for him, he's going to counter it because he knows it works so well for him. Same thing John did right there too. That little hip over on the tilt.
We haven't seen any leg
Oh, he
raiders
just
tonight.
did it back to him again.
Yeah.
Except Beck still got that arm.
Jeez. Potentially dangerous.
Yeah.
Feels
Score
good.
is currently,
all over the place.
Oh, they just updated the reversal, so it looks like 6-4 Beck. Yeah, 6-4 Beck.
I thought he was calling caution. I thought he jumped. Who's yelling?
Huh? Where's who going?
It's so weird having headphones on in a gym because you hear somebody yell, but you can't place where it's coming from.
Yeah. Because it's coming through our mic.
Yeah.
Just like it would be for everybody else.
Yeah. Randy Morrow says, tell us who's on the mat for us fans. I don't know them all.
We have been.
Well, we're trying.
We're trying, yeah.
We also don't know who's for sure on the other team. So.
No, but nobody can expect us to know everybody from the other teams, right?
Yep. We do know John McLaughlin.
We'll do our best, Randy. This is, we're down to the last few matches here. And I don't think we're going to have a girls' third duel because the Mediapolis doesn't have.
Well,
we still have to wrestle. Does Pekin have girls? I can't remember who we've wrestled so far. We've already wrestled Pekin and L&M, so the girls' duels are over for
the girls
us.
have wrestled twice. All right, John.
Has L&M and Pekin girls wrestled yet?
I'm not sure, but we will not stay.
We probably don't have to stay for that one, do we? Minute and a half is a long time to be there.
Keep fighting, John. John McLaughlin. John's had a tough night.
That kid's a big 32-pounder.
Yep. Here comes Junior.
Junior Kiros at 138, except it's not Waco's turn yet. He kind of got jumpy there at the score table.
He's excited.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yep.
Never blame anybody for being ready to go. L&M, I think Pekin is open here at 32. Yeah, they are. Pekin is open, so L&M's going to take a forfeit. All right, we got Junior Kiros, Grady Gunn.
Grady Gunn's first match of the night.
Is it?
Yeah, I think he's taking forfeits.
You're right. L&M and Pekin are both open at 32 or 38.
Been a long night for him.
Yeah.
Come on, Junior.
This could be a really good match here. Gunn is no slouch, but Junior's been wrestling well so far. Nice job fighting that off.
Excellent job.
He's working on a 2-on-1 there, Russian tie on the left arm. That was a nice little setup there to the opposite leg. He's got that 2-on-1 again, and he's in on that single. Nice job, Junior.
There you go.
Keep coming up. Keep coming up. He's got it. He's got that leg hook, Mike. I can't see. He should be. He should finish this. Yep.
So speaking of our numbers, so if Randy's watching, Beth might be watching. There's two. It's a multiplier.
Oh, gosh.
This YouTube channel is going to be self-sufficient.
Well, Zane is here, right? So we know it's only two, probably,
maxed
right?
out. Yep. Maybe Jay's home.
He might be.
You don't know.
He might be tuned in on another number.
Yeah. It's hard to say. Possibilities are endless.
Take a guess what our numbers are up to. Oh, that's the wrong one. Never mind.
Junior.
Oh, we dropped a little bit. We're at 18.
Junior got hit with Granby. Kid hit a Granby on him. Well, it's bedtime in a lot of households.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll stay till it's done.
Yep. End of the first period. Junior Juarez looks like he is going to take up or neutral. Doing some hand fighting. Junior looks like he's working the Russian tie. Shot on the edge by Gunn.
Scores. Have you given a score update?
Nope. 2-2.
2-2 in the second period. About a little under a minute and a half left.
Gunn took a shot with his arms.
Yeah,
A little too wide. Good stop by Junior. Junior's fighting hard. Good shot, stuffed by Junior. Worked to his feet. Scrappy on the edge. 39 seconds to go, second period. 2-2 score. Spin around, Junior. Gunn got 2 points with 20 seconds to go. Gunn is up over Junior Juarez.
Ten seconds left in the second period. Quiros is down 4-2. And he's on the bottom. That's where it's going to end. I thought maybe this might be a good match.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth.
This could potentially be where Junior's gas tank comes into play.
Yeah, there you go. I was just going to say, I like Junior's shoes. They look like old school Rocky shoes from Sylvester Stallone movies, from the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
Sweep it. Keep him in.
He did a good job getting back to the leg.
Yeah.
When he was getting away.
Caution.
Got to be above the elbow. His right hand was below the elbow. Gunn with the escape makes it 5-2 in the third. About a minute and a half left in the match. Those L&M shirts, Mike, I saw Natalie on them.
I saw that
think
too.
It's in support of Natalie, whoever Natalie is.
But I think lost a classmate. I'm guessing they lost a classmate.
Possibly, yeah.
Junior's doing a good job of fighting. Got a minute left. Down by 3.
He's got to make something happen here, though. Yeah. Under a minute left. You got to work to make something happen. That's not it.
Nope.
7-2 Gunn. 40 seconds left.
These there's a leg ride. Yep. Finally, the first one tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
It seems like a lost art.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's not. It's a kind of an acquired taste, I think.
For sure.
Either you do it or you don't. Hornets. Gunn gets the fall with 6 seconds left in the third, in the match, actually. That didn't go our way, but it was still a pretty good match to watch for a while, and then Gunn just kind of ran away with it. But Junior still did a great job. He was in that match until what, partway into the third?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty even.
Yep. It was close enough. I mean, a reversal and maybe a couple near fall would have gotten him right back into that.
Yeah, from that standing headlock-ish, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
the front headlock.
Yeah, kind of hit a throw, and it's a completely different match. What do we got here?
Well, we should have Pekin L&M at 45. No, that's not right. We started at 32. The last match was at 38. This one must have started at 45. Yeah, Levi Bachman was the first one on the mat at 45. So they're just trying to figure out if there's anybody to wrestle this last match, L&M and Pekin maybe. Or they're checking to see if there's anybody that's got any more girls matches potentially.
Which L&M and Pekin do.
Yeah. But I am not planning to stick around if you're all right with that.
I think Waco wrestling is done for the night.
Yep. The coaches are shaking hands over on the side, and you know, like you mentioned earlier, Mike, it's early in the season. We got some guys that need to do some work.
Yep. Yeah, Waco will have some things to work on in the room.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's a long season. They have plenty of time to work things out, figure it out. Everybody's going to get better.
Yep.
And this won't be the only time we see these guys during the season. I'm sure Pekin and Mediapolis will be, you know, against us
many
at
times.
Least another time, if not more than one more time. But all in all, there was some pretty good wrestling tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
From everybody. So, yeah, well, do you have anything to say to recap? I was going to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making this available to everybody. And I love doing this. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed it.
All right, well, we have sorry, I'm kind of mumbling for words now. The wrestling team is at Tri-County this weekend on Saturday for a tournament. We will not be doing the Warrior Cast for tournaments this season. It's too hard to try to watch two mats and at the same time and talk about them. So no tournaments on Saturdays. Warrior Cast will be reserved for basketball on Saturdays for you basketball fans. But I believe we are back in dual meet action next Thursday. I am going to be out of town for work next Thursday. Don't know for sure if Mike finds someone else to do it with him. He might get it set up and do everything for next Thursday. So
maybe talk. Paul Kissel's coaching basketball, but
yeah, Kalen might be able to help you out.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah.
So look for the Warrior Cast next Thursday for varsity wrestling. Potential that Mike's going to take the lead on it and get it done while I'm gone. I should be back to do the next one after that. So thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate everybody's support, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.